Hi there, Lindsay here, and today I wanted to show you our slow cooker spaghetti sauce. I'm planning on using this sauce as our to fill our freezer for whenever our baby comes in October. And we like to have pasta sauce really frequently. The girls eat pasta. Jared and I tend to eat zoodles or other vegetables shredded up like noodles. And we also kind of like those cognac noodles, cognac, I don't know. Anyway, so I am going to speed this process up of me making the sauce, and then I'll come back and I'll explain to you how I did it. And after it's a 2-day process, and then after I have it frozen, I will show you what it looks like. So now that I've finished putting together my spaghetti sauce into our crock pot, I wanted to kind of give you a little walkthrough as to what I've just done. This particular recipe was created by my mother-in-law, and she shared it with me, and then I just kind of tweaked it, modified it. Didn't really recipes are made to be changed. So what she uses is she uses 2 of these larger cans of tomato sauce. Our Walmart doesn't have much in the way of organic, so I'm using what I've got access to. So she uses 2 cans of the tomato sauce, 2 cans of crushed tomatoes, and these are the large 29-ounce cans. Oh, I forgot one. And then 2 of the tomato paste jars. These are 6-ounce tomato paste jars. So 2 tomato sauce, 2 crushed tomatoes in the large 29-ounce size, 2 tomato paste jars cans, these are cans, not jars, in the 6-ounce size. And then I cut up 1 large white onion. I chopped up about 6 or 7 cloves of whole garlic, and then I added in about 2-ish tablespoons of pink Himalayan salt, 1 tablespoon of granulated garlic, 1 tablespoon basil leaves, 1 tablespoon crushed rosemary, 1 tablespoon thyme leaves, and I didn't have any more oregano, so I just pulled out some Italian seasoning and used 2 tablespoons of this Italian seasoning. And then lastly, I put in 3 tablespoons of, can you read that? Erythritol. And she normally puts in real white sugar, and since we don't do real sugar regularly, I put in the erythritol. And the whole point of having the erythritol is to kind of cut some of that acidity that is in the tomatoes. So just kind of to balance that out. Now, a couple of other things that I have added in the past have been things like dried out minced onion, like this. And that kind of thickens the sauce really nicely. And I've also added in just whatever spices I happen to have had in the pantry at the time. I've added in nutmeg before. I've added in, what else? Some various other things that have just not really been things you would think to put. Oh, so nutmeg, allspice I've done before. I've added a little bit of clove before, which is really nice in the winter time because it kind of gives you that kind of that wintry spicy feel to it without it being like actually spicy. So this particular recipe is one that she passed down and I've just kind of modified myself. So I'm gonna let this cook in my slow cooker on low. There it is, just filled to the brim. And I'm gonna let that cook on low for probably 8 or more hours, and then I'm gonna turn it on to warm and let it simmer overnight. And, well, not simmer, I guess, it's just stay warm overnight. And then tomorrow I'm gonna go through and I will portion it out into 3-cup sizes, or 3-cup portions, so about 24 ounces per portion. I will freeze it in my Food Saver freezer bags. So basically I go through, I let it completely cool down. I put 3 cups into each individual Food Saver bag. And the Food Saver bags are cut to fit. And so I will cut a whole bunch of these to about a 1-gallon size, give or take. I will put 3 cups of sauce into each one of those bags, and then I will vacuum seal it shut, and then I'll lay them flat in my freezer to freeze and make the most efficient use of my space. So it has been a few days since I made my spaghetti sauce, and I wanted to show you how I went through and put it together into my freezer into meal-sized portions. So I went through and I used my my Food Saver bags and my Food Saver machine, and I portioned out each one of these bags with 3 cups of sauce and made it nice and simple. I did let my sauce cool before I put it into the bags. That way there was no kind of bacteria growth or any kind of contamination or anything like that. So, and then I take the bags, and since these grates kind of leave a weird shape on the bottom, I use a flexible cutting mat, set them all in here, and now that they're all 3 stored up, I can take them and I can either leave them like this, or I can stack them on their sides the way that some of my vegetables are over here. And it's a really efficient use of space, and they thaw out super quickly. It's great for, you have 10 minutes to get something together, and you can easily take that one bag, dip it in some warm water, and in 5 to 6 minutes it's thawed. So I like to do that frequently with the spaghetti sauce, especially whenever we have none in the freezer. And it's a really great recipe, and it's a really versatile recipe that you can shift to suit your own tastes. If you want to add some red pepper flakes, if you wanted to have more of a Mexican flavor, you could add cumin to it. You could just do various things to really make it your own. And it is it's a fan favorite around here. It's grandma's recipe, or kind of grandma's recipe, so of course it's a fan favorite. And I think that about covers our Trim Healthy Mama friendly spaghetti sauce that we like to keep in the freezer. And thanks so much for watching, and if you try this recipe out, I hope that you let me know, and let me know if you like it or not. So thank you so much, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.